What's going on, everyone? Today we are finally doing it. We are watching all of the openings to Naruto. Today's openings will just be the original Naruto. If you guys are interested in seeing the Naruto Shippuden openings reaction, let me know down in the comments below as well. Additionally, if you guys have any other recommendations for openings you want me to watch here on the channel, definitely leave those suggestions too. Last thing before we get started, I wanted to let you know that from now until the end of the year, every single video I'm releasing on my Patreon is completely 100% free. You can join, become a member for absolutely nothing. So if you're interested, the link for the Patreon will be down in the comments below. Hope you're having a great holiday season. And having said all that, let's go ahead and hop into the Naruto openings. Let's do it. And I imagine for a lot of you, this is likely the most nostalgic one, considering it's the first one. Man, it does have that old school vibe a little bit. Shonen Jump's Naruto. I've heard this before. I think I reacted to this song in my very first anime reaction video I ever did on the channel. I'm pretty sure it was in there. I just always hear about people saying Naruto's really long. There were some faces in the cliff. I want to also know how much like elements have to do with this show. I always see those element symbols on the headbands they're wearing. I like the little parallax thing going on. Also, in terms of the main guy in the orange, is his name Naruto? Like, I'm not even familiar with what that term really means when it comes to this show. I am familiar with the Naruto run, though, just as like a meme in popular culture. Hound dog. Dude, that guy with one eye showing looks legit. I love this first one a lot, actually. I definitely, even though I never watched Naruto, can get a sense of the vibe and the nostalgia of this one here. All right, great first opening. Really enjoyed the first one. Again, Naruto, it seems like a show I would have loved to watch as a kid. Just wasn't one of the shows that I picked to watch at the time. In terms of kind of the style of the opening, it does have a little bit more of that old school feel rather than a lot of these newer openings we see nowadays where it feels like a lot of the music is just very rock heavy and kind of like in your face with lots of visuals. This one focused a lot more on the characters, it felt like, which I actually really appreciated. Kind of felt, you know, more similar to some of the old One Piece openings in a way, or maybe even some of the old Dragon Ball openings. Anyways, let's go ahead and we'll start opening 2. Let's do it. As I say that now, this one feels a little bit more rocky. Haruka Kanata. The Ninja Stars there too. Are there too. Nice. Also kind of getting a sense of the time that these openings take place, because the older ones always have those 2 black panels on the sides and they don't fill up the entire screen. So it seems like there's like these 4 main characters. Okay, these people look new. So even everyone seems to be wearing the a symbol on their head of some kind. Oh, look at those eyes. And so we didn't really get a sense in the first opening of what maybe the evil threat might be in this show. This is kind of that first hint, I think, that I'm seeing. Oh, that's a cool shot. I like that. Ooh. That guy had bugs all over his body. There was another person that seemed like they had some evil intentions. Oh, interesting. That was weird. That ending I didn't love. But overall, I think I've actually liked the song more in the second one. I'm curious if that would be true. If I had grown up watching this, I would probably feel, again, more nostalgic about the first opening. But let me know, what's your favorite opening of all 9 that we're going to be watching today? Which one is the most nostalgic for you? Which one do you remember watching growing up? All right, opening 3 is up next. Let's do it. A little bit of a closer vibe to the first opening, it feels like. But still old enough, again, that it's got the 2 black sides on it. Was this red thing on the openings in the first 2? Maybe I'm totally just making this up, but I feel like this was added this season for some reason. I might have just made that up, though. By the way, I've had my Crunchyroll subscription for like, I don't know, 9 months now. Super clutch. That's like one subscription I'll probably never cancel now. This feels like a origin story, sort of. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, this kid right here, I think it's the guy in the orange that we've seen, you know, like the main character. Again, I feel bad that I don't even know his name. Let me know in the comments, though. Yeah, I assume that's him. Also, why are there 50 of him? I'm really curious because growing up, Dragon Ball and Naruto always seemed like the shows that I would have loved if I invested time into watching them. But I didn't have a great reason for not doing that. So now that I'm seeing it now, I'm like, man, what could have been, you know? Those things were in the first opening, too. Those faces in the cliff. I like this one a lot, too. Same 4 characters there at the end, it looked like. At least I think those are the same 4 we've seen the whole time. Pretty good there as well. I think if I was choosing just based off of the music, I still like the second one the most. But I can totally see how the first one might feel the most kind of what your idea of Naruto is. So it'd be pretty tough for me to distinguish my rankings between the first 3. I've enjoyed each of them pretty equally, but perhaps in different ways. And so we're already a third of the way through today's openings. We've got opening 4 coming up next. Let's see it. Isn't Naruto the show where there's like more episodes than there are in One Piece? I am curious how many episodes of this show there actually are. Because from what I understand, it's like, what, like 1,500 or something like that? Shonen Jump. See, the little red thing wasn't below the symbol that time. Maybe that, whatever that word below Naruto was in the last opening, maybe that word is only part of the third opening and the season associated with it, maybe? That guy looks so cool. He was in the last opening, too. The one with the red vest. Oh, look at the little animals. I will say, this opening also feels a little bit more silly than any of the other 3 we've seen so far. Oh, man. I want to know this guy's name. He seems like he would be my favorite. This one kind of feels like, you know, the first 3 definitely had different vibes, but this one feels like it shifted the vibe of the show in some way. Like, my perception of the whole show and not just of the opening feels different after this one. And I may not be able to even pinpoint what that is, but it definitely feels somewhat different after seeing that 4th opening. 4th opening, I didn't dislike, but if I was probably going to rank it with the other 3, it might be my least favorite. Again, it shifted my perception of the show in a little bit, just in the way it was kind of displaying what the story is about. I know that's like a super vague description, probably doesn't make a ton of sense, especially to those of you who probably watched Naruto. And so, all that to say, I liked the fourth opening the least, probably, of any of them so far. But there were a few characters in there, like the guy, I think he's got the white hair with the red vest. Seems like a cool character. And once again, the one who's only got one eye showing, he seems like he'd be my Naruto spirit animal, if you will. So here we go. Opening 5 is up next. Let's do it. Sambo Master is the one that sings this. See, the red symbol is gone now. Shonen Jump. I'm pretty sure shonen is a style of anime. I know a lot of you have commented about that before. But what does it mean, Shonen Jump? Oh, there was the Naruto run. I was talking about it earlier in the video, and I think that was the first time we've seen it in any of the openings. There it is again. So, was the Naruto run always part of this? Or did that come into play at a certain point in the show? Who's that? Whoever they were, they had a symbol on their shoulder. Oh, okay. This is the thing he wears on his head. Now, does this mean it's the same one as him? I guess she's wearing the same symbol, too. I think the guy with one eye has a different symbol on his headband. I'll have to look more closely. Whoa! That guy had 6 arms. What the heck was going on there? This person was in the first opening, too. I was trying to see there if he had a different symbol or the same symbol. I can't tell. A little flashback sequence, maybe? Ooh. Now, these might be the eyes that we saw in the second opening, I think. I would assume that's the same person whose eyes we saw. Ooh, what just happened to him? Oh, interesting. Okay, so definitely some pretty big symbolism happening there with, I think his, I don't know what, I'm going to call it a headband. It probably has an actual name, but for, you know, lack of the actual name, taking his headband off, throwing it against the, like the side of the cliff with the dagger, sort of symbolizing like he's taking that off in some sense. Like he had the moment where it looked like he kind of broke, his eyes got big, and it seemed like he became like evil in a way. Not really sure what was going on there, but I would assume something pretty significant with the character happens in this season. All right, that was opening 5. Let's hop into opening 6. Here we go. No boy, no cry. What's he got in his hand? Ooh, whatever he's got, the headband's back on. Shonen Jump. I'm curious if all of these openings are going to have the different aspect ratio with the black bars on the side. I'm watching One Piece right now on Patreon, and the episodes I'm on are still old enough that they have the black bars as well. Wait, his headband is off again. All right. By the way, sorry for like all the pausing. Again, I'm trying to like work with different copyright stuff, so I hope it's all right that I'm pausing a little bit here and there. But wanted to make a note again that his headband is off in this one, and it was off in the last one. And he's got these weird like scratch marks on his face. I don't know what those mean. Because I think he just got those in the last opening for the first time. They all seem a little bit older, too. Or maybe I'm making that up. It seems like people have aged. So that cast of like 8 people we just saw there, I don't know if that includes the original core 4 or not. I think the girl with the pink hair is in there. I don't know. Here, let's keep watching. How'd you like to have that hair? He's got He's got more blue on his character, I think, than I remember there being. I like that guitar note on the outro too. Okay, pretty solid opening. Again, I would just reiterate that it looks like we're seeing a little bit of transformation of the character for the first time. He got, I think, those scratches in the 5th opening. We saw him again here in the 6th opening. Seems to be a little bit more blue on his character. Maybe the character cast is aging up a little bit. I don't know if I'm making that up as well, but it felt like people were older than I had seen in some of the previous openings. Really impressed with these openings so far. I don't think they rely too much on like the showiness of a lot of modern anime openings that I've reacted to in the recent past. Whereas they focus a lot more, it feels like, on the characters themselves, which I really appreciate. So we are 2/3 of the way through now. We've got opening 7 coming up next. Let's do it. I want to know what the headbands mean. Maybe if I understood that, I'd have a better sense of kind of the overall scope of the show. Like, is there any sort of power infused into it, or is it just something that they wear? See, because her symbol looked different. That's the same symbol. Aw, little dog. Huh. Is it just me, or was that horribly off-pitch, that note? Comment down below about the opening 7 song. This one, the song is not hitting for me so far. Pretty sky, though. Wait, okay, look how many of them there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, we've slowly been seeing more and more of these people in the past few openings. Are these like the core group of people, or a lot of these characters like more like supplementary or accessory characters to the plot? I'm curious. It's a cool shot, though. This song is not it. Ooh, the little headband had little scratches on it. I don't know if that was new or not. That reminds me... Oh, wow, that's a great shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 if you include the dog, I guess. That's a cool shot. I like the ending of it a lot. Visually, I would say that was a pretty strong opening. I enjoyed seeing kind of the cast of characters. Although, I would be remiss if I did not point out, does anyone like that song with that opening? Y'all, I was listening to that song thinking, this is so off-pitch. The guy was like not hitting the notes. The song kind of ruined that one for me, if I'm being totally honest. The other thing that we pointed out in that one was we saw the 2 scratches on his headband. So not really sure as to exactly what that means. Perhaps it's symbolic. Perhaps it's representing something that actually happened in the show. Guess I'd have to watch like 600 episodes of Naruto to maybe find out, but... we've got opening 8, the penultimate opening. Let's hop into it. Okay. I'm feeling this one a little bit more so far. Remember by Flow. Oh. I wonder when the original Naruto went off air. This guy. I want to know what his name is. Also, okay, so we did answer the question that his symbol is the same as the main character's symbol. Also, what the heck is he reading? The pooch came in at some point in like opening 6, maybe? These are all people we've seen before. So maybe everyone does have the same symbol on their headband. Did I totally make up that they used to be different at one point? Ooh. Wait, okay. Really, really silly observation, because I'm sure I've seen it at some point in the opening so far. But the guy who was like shooting the little bugs out of his hands and the person that was doing the little tornado thing, I guess I didn't realize that there were powers associated in this world in Naruto. I just thought it was more like, I don't know, fighting based and, you know, that ninja style of fighting. So that's, again, something I just learned. Interesting to note. Because it doesn't feel like most of them... Oh, wait a second. Maybe he has powers. Am I a total idiot and I just haven't noticed that in any of the other openings? Oh, that guy again. Cool, I like that one a lot. That was one of my more favorite, stronger openings, I'd probably say. I would say I really liked the song, really liked the visuals, just kind of a strong overall opening. I would also say that I feel really dumb for not noticing up until this point that there's more than just like basic fighting going on in this show. Like the guy who was using the bugs, the main character with a little ball of light in his hand. I wasn't really sure what was going on there. So I feel a little bit silly in that regard for just not recognizing that. But overall, I have really enjoyed these. We have one opening left. This is the final opening for today, opening 9. Once again, if you're interested in having me watch the Naruto Shippuden openings, give me a comment down below. Let me know. Or I think Boruto is another show. So anyways, let me know if you're interested in having me watch them. Let's go ahead and we will start opening 9, our last one for the day. Ooh, a lot of dualism going on right now. His face seemed a little bandaged up. So I'm assuming this is like the main city, maybe, of Naruto, because this is maybe the 3rd or 4th opening that this mountain range in the background, we've seen these 4 faces on. This one is very low-key and basic, but not basic in a bad way. Well, this part looks a little different though. Okay, what are those symbols on their faces? That's what I want to wonder. Or that's what I'm wondering. Like, she's got a symbol on her face too. What's going on there? They all do, I guess. What is that, a nunchuck? Oh no, it's a dagger. Or whatever you call those throwing knives. I like this. It feels like we're watching someone who actually recorded a home movie. It's very cool. The style of it, again, is like very low key, but I actually think it works really well. Now, a better question might be, what is the meaning behind there being those 2 identical silhouettes fighting each other? Surely that means something more than just having it in there for the sake of having it in there. That was also one of my more favorite openings of the day. Typically, I feel like the further you get into shows, the weaker the openings get. But I feel like openings 8 and 9, I thoroughly enjoyed. Really, there wasn't one today that I watched that I wasn't too high on, maybe with the exception of opening 7, if I had to pick one. Sorry, opening 7. Another thought I have about this show, other than just questions about the plot and the basic structure of it, is does this show lead directly into Naruto Shippuden? And then does Naruto Shippuden lead directly into Boruto? Like, how is it all related? That's also something I was curious about. I feel like I definitely missed out on having this sense of nostalgia while watching these openings because I didn't watch Naruto as a kid. But I definitely wish I did after having seen these here today with all of you. And once again, let me know down in the comments below. Should I react to the Naruto Shippuden openings, the Boruto openings, or perhaps any other show? Leave your anime show suggestions down in the comments. As a final reminder, you can sign up over on my Patreon completely for free for the next 10 days until the end of 2023. So that link will be available down in the description as well. Thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you have a fantastic holiday season, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.